Good day, grade 11. I hope you're all doing well. I am Sir Chest, and aside from being your class advisor, I am also your subject teacher in personality development. Last week sa ating lesson 1, tinakal natin ang ibig sabihin ng adolescence, ng puberty, at pinag-aralan natin yung tatlong stages of development. And for this week, sa ating lesson 2, audio lesson ang gagawin natin, kaya pakinggan yung maigi yung aking boses at sundan nyo ng inyong mga mata yung ating PowerPoint presentation. Before we start, kumusta ba ang ating first week ng ating online class? I hope na bagamat ito ang new normal, challenging ito para sa marami sa atin, but still I hope na patuloy tayong mag-aral at matuto for this school year. And for today, we will discuss Lesson 2. Ang title ng Lesson 2 ay Developmental Stages in Middle and Late Adolescence. Last week sa ating Lesson 1, napag-aralan na natin kung ano ang Middle and Late Adolescence. At nalaman natin na sa edad nyo ngayon, kayo ay nasa middle adolescence. So let's start. Now, let's talk about 10 tasks appropriate for middle and late adolescence. Sa edad mo ngayon bilang ikaw ay nasa senior high na, ano nga ba yung mga dapat mong malaman at mga dapat mong ginagawa? There are 10 tasks, and number 1, adjust to sexually maturing bodies and feelings. So sa iyong pagbibinata at pagdadalaga, nakikita natin na maraming pagbabago. Biological changes man ito or sexual feelings, at kung paano mag-engage in healthy sexual behaviors. Ano yung mga nakakibat sa task number 1? This includes establishing a sexual identity and developing the skills for romantic relationships. Sa edad mo ngayon, nagsisimula nang magkaroon ng mga romantic relationships na attract ka na sa opposite sex. Bukod sa may pagbabago sa iyo physically, may mga pagbabago rin sa nararamdaman mo. So, kailangan patuloy kang mag-adjust sa mga ganitong pagbabago. Task number 2. Develop and apply abstract thinking skills. Ano ibig sabihin ng task number 2, class? Task number 2 talks about the changes in your way of thinking during your adolescence. What does that mean? It means to understand and coordinate abstract ideas, to think about possibilities, to try out hypotheses, to think ahead, to think about thinking, and to construct philosophies. So sa edad mo ngayon, dapat nagmamature ka na the way you think. Also in line with that is the task number 3. Develop and apply a more complex level of perspective taking. Sa edad mo ngayon, you have the ability to understand human relationships. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Hindi mo na masyadong iniisip palagi ang sarili mo, kundi nilalagay mo yung sarili mo sa posisyon ng ibang tao. You learn to take into account both your perspective and another person's at the same time. Sa edad mo ngayon, ginagamit mo din tong ability na to resolve problems and conflicts in relationships. And then let's proceed with task number 4. Developing and apply new coping skills. Ano yung mga nakapaloob dito? Nakapaloob dito yung mga decision making, problem solving, and conflict resolution. Pasok din dito sa task number 4, yung bang nag-iisip ka na sa future mo. Hindi ka na masyadong nagiging happy-go-lucky, kundi sa edad mo pala ngayon, iniisip mo na yung gusto mong maging at kung paano mo nakikita yung sarili mo in the future. Mas nagiging independent ka na din, especially in decision making. Mas nagkakaroon ka na ng goal sa buhay mo ngayon at gusto mo magkaroon ng direksyon ng buhay mo. Hindi ka na batang mag-isip. Then task number 5 na dapat ginagawa mo as an adolescent, identify meaningful moral standards, values, and belief systems. Nakapaloob dito yung mga paniniwala mo, yung mga meaningful values na meron ka, also yung mga religious beliefs that will guide your decisions and behaviors. Then we will proceed with task number 6. Understand and express more complex emotional experiences. Sa edad mo ngayon, you need to have that ability to identify and communicate more complex emotions. Maunawaan at ma-identify mo rin yung emotions ng mga taong nasa paligid mo. Now let's proceed to task number 7. Form friendships that are mutually close and supportive. So yung pakikipagkaibigan mo ngayon, hindi na tulad ng bata ka. Habang ikaw ay nagmamature, habang ikaw ay nagbibinata at nagdadalaga, mas naghahanap ka na talaga ng mga kaibigan na pangmatagalan. Friends who will share the same interests and activities. People whom you can share your ideas and feelings. Yung may mutual trust and understanding. Let's proceed to task number 8. Establish key aspects of identity. Mas nakikilala mong mabuti yung sarili mo kung sino ka. You develop an identity that reflects a sense of individuality. Then task number 9. Meet the demands increasingly through roles and responsibilities. Dati masyado ka lang umaasa sa ibang tao, sa magulang mo, pero ngayon mas natututo ka ng mas maging responsable, mas maging independent. And last, task number 10, renegotiate relationships with adults in parenting roles. Sooner or later, pag nakagraduate ka na, pag may trabaho ka na, bubuo ka na rin ng sarili mong pamilya. So nandun yung unti-unti kailangan mong humiwalay sa mga magulang mo. Habang tinatayo mo at bumubuo ka na ng family on your own. So those are the 10 tasks appropriate for middle and late adolescence. Now let's talk about the preparation for early adulthood. Isa sa mga kailangan nating paghandaan, lalo na after mong mag-aral, nakagraduate ka na, magtatrabaho ka na in the future, ay yung developing occupational skills. Ano ba yung occupational skills? Occupational skills can help the adolescent develop responsibility as a preparation for gainful employment and a successful adulthood ahead. So ano-ano nga ba yung mga occupational skills na kailangan nating ma-acquire? Number 1, yung tinatawag natin na self-reliance. This is the ability to identify their own skills, knowledge, capabilities, and resources to engage in meaningful activities and not rely too much on others. Sa madaling salita, hindi ka na masyadong laging nakadepende sa ibang tao, sa mga taong nakapaligid mo. You try to do things on your own. Gamitin mo yung sarili mong talino, sarili mong resources, sarili mong kakayahan, sarili mong abilities. Kung gusto mo talagang maging matagumpay. Ang tawag natin doon ay self-reliance. Number 2, pangalawang skills is the ability to manage your finances. Sa ngayon, habang ikaw ay pinag-aaral pa rin ng mga magulang mo, sila ay nagtatrabaho para sa'yo, hindi mo pa masyadong nakikita yung halaga ng pera, kung gaano kahirap kitain ng pera. Pero sooner or later, pag ikaw nagtatrabaho ka na, marirealize mo na hindi pala ganun kadali. So kailangan ngayon palang ma-identify mo na yung wants sa needs. Magkaroon ka dapat ng self-control sa paghawak ng pera. Kailangan ngayon matuto ka na mag-ipon. Matuto ka na maging responsable sa mga ginagastos mo. Kasi sooner or later, mag-iipon ka na for your future, for your own family. Third occupational skills na dapat nating matutunan ay yung tinatawag na social responsibility. This ability should enable the adolescent to see beyond themselves, take into consideration the greater community around them, and see their role in improving and developing these communities, serving as change agents. Sa madaling salita, ano yung ambag mo sa lipunan? Bilang isang mamayang Pilipino, kailangan may ambag ka, may nako-contribute ka. You should serve as an agent for change. Pang-apat na skills, mature work orientation. These skills should let an adolescent develop pride in what they do and raise standards of excellence in the quality of their work. So nandun yung dapat ginagawa mong mabuti yung trabaho or yung task na binigay sa'yo. You have to raise your standards. Kailangan excellent palagi, you go the extra mile. At kailangan yung bawat work na ginagawa mo, merong kalidad. Next skills, pang-5, personal responsibility. This ability allows the adolescent to be fully responsible for their own decisions and by owning them. So may sarili ka ng desisyon, kailangan panindigan mo yun. Maganda man ang kalabasan nun or pangit man, kailangan ready kang akuin yung responsibility. Hindi mo isisisi sa mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo yung mga bagay na talagang kasalanan mo at desisyon mo at mga actions na ginawa mo. Pang-6 na skill, positive attitude toward work. Developing a healthy and positive attitude toward work means that we see work as an expression of our love for people who are important to us, including ourselves. Alam mo yun, you spread positivity sa workplace na meron ka in the future. Walang trabahong madali. There's no elevator to success. Lahat ng bagay pinaghihirapan. Marunong ka dapat makisama sa mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. At kahit nahihirapan ka na, you remain positive. Pang-7 na skill na dapat meron ka, being courageous. Being courageous means learning to say no to what one thinks is going against his or her belief. Especially in a world wherein it's easy to compromise, you should learn to say no. Lalo na kung alam mong mali at hindi makakabuti sa'yo. Piliin mong mabuti yung mga taong sasamahan mo. You need to make a stand sa alam mong tama. Pangwalo, developing self-esteem. Learn to understand, accept, and appreciate oneself as a unique person. Avoid comparisons between you and other people because it is a healthy way to develop self-esteem. Makita mo yung halaga mo, makita mo yung abilities na meron ka. Do not compare yourself with other people. Iba ka, iba sila. You need to believe in your potential. Number 9, skill, being true to yourself. Adolescents find it hard to assert their individuality or uniqueness because they are afraid that others might not approve or like them or will not allow them to become member of a group. Madalas nangyayari to, you wear a mask. You try to be someone that you're not. Para lang maka-fit in, para lang maging in, para lang matanggap ka ng ibang tao. Ginagawa mo yung mga bagay na labag sa loob mo talaga. But this is a good reminder. You need to be true to yourself. Next skill, learning how media influence you. Understand, class, that news is reported for a reason, usually to serve the purpose of someone or some organization. Sabi ko nga, lalo sa panahon natin ngayon, sobrang toxic ng social media. Ng mga balita, lahat ng mga nababasa at nakikita natin. At kailangan maging mapanuri tayo. Bantayan mo kung ano yung mga finifeed mo sa puso at utak mo. Next skill, number 11, becoming aware. By the middle and late adolescence, one should know how and when to ask questions and speak up to address social issues. So class, nakapaloob sa skill na to yung critical thinking and being involved with social issues. Learn to speak up, lalo na kung ano mong tama. At makakabuti sa ibang tao at sa mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. Next skill, embracing healthy lifestyle. Becoming aware of your health, the food you eat, especially at middle and late adolescence, is important. Hindi yan tulad ng bata ka na kahit ano pwede mong kainin. Siyempre habang lumalaki ka, tandaan mo tumatanda ka na rin. So kailangan alagaan mo yung kalusugan mo para hindi ka maging prone at madaling mahawaan ng kahit anong sakit. You observe balanced diet, you exercise, you engage in sports and other physical activities that will help you to be physically fit. Importante yun, class. And last, number 13, developing your spirituality. Napakahalaga nito. Finding what gives meaning to your life and to all experiences you are going through. Especially in these times of pandemic, we should not rely on our own. Alam mo yon, you need to seek God. You need to seek His wisdom. Habang lumalaki ka, mas kailangan mo si Lord. Mas kailangan mong dumepende sa Kanya. Kasi hindi ka magiging matagumpay on your own. Kailangan mo siya. Let Him direct you. Kaya I hope, class, nakapagbulay-bulay tayo sa lesson number 2. Tandaan mo, hindi ka na bata. Kailangan magkaroon ka ng goal, magkaroon ka ng direksyon. Magsimula ka na magplano sa buhay mo. Hindi na to parang laro-laro lang. Seryoso na to. I hope meron tayong natutunan. God bless you, grade 11. Have a great day.